Hi Libra, welcome back and welcome to another reading. This is going to be the general read for November 2023 for those of you who have a Libra sun, moon, or rising. And if you don't have one of those placements, then it's a title or the thumbnail that led you to click onto this video. As we always say, stick around, there may be something here for you. Thank you for showing up once more, and if you'd like to support this channel, you may do so by watching the ad whenever it comes up. Also, there's a link to my PayPal on the About page. Thank you in advance. Happy holidays. I think that's all I have for announcements, so let's get into this. I'm having a cappuccino. It's the first one I've had in a while. You know what's coming to mind? That video of Cardi B where she's wearing the cheetah print Dolce ensemble with the sunglasses, and she's like, "What's up? I'm just in Italy eating spaghetti," and I don't know what that is about. So hey, shout out to Olive Garden and the never-ending pasta bowl. This is not paid promotion, by the way. I'm genuinely a fan. This kind of looks like a fan. You know, the ones that fold open? Anyways, let's talk about what's here. So, feeling quite proud of all that you have. There's a lot of possessions, and there's a lot of, it's like you're almost completely content. You're almost completely secure. You're almost completely restored. But there's one small thing that could be different. One small thing that needs to change, that it doesn't feel like it's missing. It feels like you can still have it, that you still have a chance at attainment. And, you know, so far so good. Like, you're well on your way. There's a kind of support you're getting on your path to wholeness, on your path to completion, Nine of Cups, King of Cups, that, you know, you're making some headway on. This is what I'm saying, like, it feels like you're well on your way. Someone is making you feel things you've never felt before. They're making you see the world with new eyes. A new kind of love. And a new kind of way of showing up and being. Do you remember in Diary of a Mad Black Woman where, you know, Helen, after her husband has the affair and has the children with the other woman that he couldn't, you know, have with her because he was always stressing her the fuck out, hair falling out, weight up and down. He throws her out of the house. After all of that happens and she meets, you know, the good guy, she meets Shamar Moore. Well, I don't think it was because of him. She kind of did, not because of Shamar, I mean. So she was already kind of on this journey of finding herself. And I know that sounds so cliche because it's such an overused phrase, right? But there is some truth in it. That's in essence what you're doing. You're getting back to your roots. emphasis on the roots. So that was like an unintentional bar. And the reason why is because what I was talking about is in the process of, in her soul retrieval process, she starts wearing her natural hair. That's where the roots come from. And that's actually what I was getting to. So there's this kind of like, let your hair down, who you are is enough kind of energy. Someone is showing you that they're committed to being different, that they're committed to being kinder, that they're committed to being nicer, that they're willing to do the work, and that, you know, they're willing to dream with you and stand with you. And come what may, they're there. All right. I'm just gonna organize these a little bit so you can see, you know, what I'm seeing or the connections that I'm making, and we'll go from there. All right. So we're gonna talk. Can you see all those? Yeah. All right. So starting up here with the 9 of Cups, as we said, you're working on it. You're almost there, and it has been a God test. And there are some things that you admittedly don't have in your life either yet or will never have, that still manage to take up some kind of space in your mind, to the point that they make you you know, you associate a feeling of lack and unhappiness with it. And it's like, even though you have those particular feelings, they coexist with a lot of positive feelings and a lot of tangible work that you have been doing, and tangible work that you've been doing to doing to be happy, right? Trying to cultivate that authentically and trying to just be healthy emotionally. And I think the ways in which one can be emotionally unhealthy looks different for everyone, but it's something that it's to be respected that you want to try. Now, I feel like there is someone, in addition to you trying, there is someone as well who's kind of shattering your way of looking at the world. They're shattering some self-limiting beliefs that you maybe had, or some beliefs that you had that you thought you were firm on. It's like they're challenging those in the best way, because it's expanding you. It's making you feel as though it's possible. What we're talking about is a restoration of faith. What we're talking about is you being surprised by the amount of work and discipline that someone else is willing to do. Like what? They're willing to sacrifice their own happiness for other people like you would. What? They're willing to, you know, try like you would. And that's not to say that there's any like that being a martyr is something to be proud about, but it's not reading like martyrdom. It's reading like thinking about the greater good and thinking about everyone, not just themselves. Someone is back on top. Have more discussions and less arguments. Have respect for someone else's perspective and allow someone to show you who they are. You'll find that you've been blessed and that you are blessed. There's someone who you want to see, that you want to spend time with, but it's like you know that it's a little rocky. And it's not even because of you directly. It's because of the people around you and how they perceive this person and how they interact with this person. And because I'm being told to say the enemy of my enemy is my friend. But just know that, you don't have to not like someone or not enjoy someone just because someone else doesn't, especially if their reason for not liking them is bullshit. Don't let people dictate who you spend your time with. I don't think that you should look for don't look to people for those answers. And this is why sometimes when you vent or when you go to some of your closest friends for advice, and God knows many of them are well-meaning, and there are many of them who are going to give you good objective advice. But I'll give you an example of a time when someone received bad advice just to serve as a foil for what I'm talking about. Are you familiar with Tyrese, the singer? The R&B singer, sweet lady, would you be my sweet lover? Yeah, Tyrese, that one. And his ex-wife, she had these people in her ear. These are her words, right? Her mother, her friends, sowing seeds of discord and sowing seeds of doubt about her relationship, unintentionally or intentionally, we don't know. But the fact of the matter is she had people in her ear that she chose to listen to, and she followed I don't know that she told that her mom and her sister told her to leave Tyrese, told her to get a divorce, but the fact that their energy in this situation added a layer of confusion, I think, that informed her decision-making process. So if they didn't tell her to leave her husband, she made that decision. She does this interview admitting all of this, talking about how, she now realizes that they were the ones why the marriage didn't work out, not necessarily because of anything her husband was doing. And how sad. It's laughable. I'm telling you, it's something that I haven't been trying to follow. It's just like been showing up on the timeline and also here on YouTube. You don't have to watch her full, well, I'm not gonna say that. I didn't watch her full interview. I just heard the snippets of her talking about why she chose to leave. That's how I know it applies to what I'm talking about here, because she got bad advice. And I watched his video in entirety though, and you might think that that's a little bit biased, but someone doesn't really need to take all this time explaining to you their position when they say something that just gives you a really clear picture of what their personality is, or their persona, or what they value. It tells you everything about the steps they've made before. It tells you everything about their path, and the rest of it is just excess. Yeah, so form your own opinion. I say all that to say, make up your own damn mind, and don't let anyone keep you from someone you care about.